In my grade 7 social studies class, a girl from Braemar's school came in to talk about her experiences of being a young mom. She became pregnant at 16. And that moment really resonated with me. I decided that I wanted to do something about it to support these young teenage mothers. So remind me how old your son is?
He is 16 months, 1 year old.
In university, I started the Post-Secondary Possibilities Program to increase students' awareness of post-secondary with the intention that they and their children might eventually go to post-secondary. The thread of my common interests weaves through working with a program for teen parents, but also for seniors. I work on research for, say, on dementia, technology for seniors. It's just an honor to be selected. I hope to take that learning and translate it into community action.
I started volunteering with the Special Olympics swim team, and with my engineering background now, I was figuring out a way as a project manager for a design project to develop adapted buoyancy devices for athletes with physical disabilities. There was one athlete who, was born with cerebral palsy and for most of his life has been confined to a wheelchair. It was an incredible day when this athlete was actually able to go from one end of the pool to the other on his own, walking unassisted. And what I'd really like to do in the future is help improve people's range of motion and quality of life, while also contributing to greater research and teaching other people and helping develop greater passion in this area.
My research examines how women in Canada combined labour and feminist activism to address issues of gender inequality both at work and in society in the second half of the 20th century, so basically the period after the Second World War. It gives us kind of a longer historical view of how women have addressed these issues. It's in the news right now around the kind of Me Too movement, issues of sexual harassment in the workplace, but it's important to remember that women have faced these issues for a long, long time, and they've also been organizing around them for a long, long time. And one of the key ways in which they've done that is through labor activism and through joining unions and dealing with issues in the workplace. And so to me, this project will hopefully help people think about that longer history and contribute to broader conversations we're having currently about women, work, inequality, and how we can build a more just and equal society today.
The Okanagan sockeye salmon is very important for the Silks First Nation people. It brings very important nutrient to their body, but it's also culturally very important, and it's part of their way of life. It went nearly extinct, so in the 90s there were almost no salmon coming back in the Okanagan River system. In the early 2000s, the Okanagan Nation Alliance, which is a First Nation government, started a big reintroduction project to bring the Okanagan sockeye salmon back in the Okanagan. And so I'm basically evaluating how and why this initiative worked.
I'm interested in understanding how it is that proteins and other biological molecules like nucleic acids, DNA and RNA, how they are able to form the complicated three-dimensional structures that they have to form in order to function correctly. There's a long list of diseases that is associated with, in one way or another, this notion of going into the wrong structure, what we call misfolding. So we actually take a single protein molecule, we grab onto its ends with these laser tweezers that we've built, and then we tug very gently and unravel that structure, and then we let go and we watch it refold. The theme of my Guggenheim project is to look at how evolution, so the process of evolution, has actually shaped how proteins fold. So how has protein folding shaped as the proteins have changed in response to evolution?